In Week 8, the Denver Broncos play host to a second straight divisional foe as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town on Sunday afternoon. Though these two teams have similar records, the story of their seasons is drastically different. Sitting at 2-4 and reeling from an embarrassing loss to the Chiefs last week, the Broncos have been competitive in most of the games that they have played. Critical special teams gaffes, questionable situational football, and predictable and stale offensive play has left the Broncos on the losing end of a couple of games that they should have won. The Chargers, on the other hand, have a 2-4 record because they have failed to win games in which they had double-digit leads thanks in large part to the play of first-round rookie quarterback Justin Herbert. Herbert, the 6th overall selection of the 2020 NFL Draft, has been tremendous in his first 5 starts of his career, throwing for 1,524 yards and 12 touchdowns against only 3 interceptions. He also has 3 games with over 300 yards passing, including a 347-yard and 3-touchdown performance against the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. In his NFL debut, a game that Herbert didn't even know he was starting until right before kickoff, Herbert threw for 311 yards and a score as the Chargers opened a huge lead against the Chiefs, only to lose the game in overtime. Chargers offensive coordinator Shane Steichen has molded his offense perfectly to Herbert's skill set, and their vertical passing game has the offense humming for the most part every game they play on the field. Through his first 5 games as a starter for the Los Angeles Chargers, Herbert has the 6th highest adjusted deep ball completion percentage in the NFL amongst quarterbacks with at least 26 targets further than 20 yards down the field, as well as the 5th highest passer rating on such targets. With Herbert showing the goods as a franchise quarterback, the onus is on head coach and defensive mastermind Vic Fangio to dial up some creative coverage schemes to try to confuse the rookie. Fangio also had some high praise for the rookie signal caller, saying, quote, "He's playing very well for those guys. Those guys have averaged 32 or 33 points in their last 3 games, and he's a big part in that. He throws the deep ball very well, he throws the intermediate stuff well, and he's obviously very athletic. He can run the gun runs for the quarterback, they run the RPOs, the zone reads, and they have a good boot game with him. They've done a good job coaching him and adapting their offense to his skill set, and he's played really well these past 3 weeks," close quote. Within those schemes, the Broncos desperately need Justin Simmons to revert back to his 2019 form where he was named a second-team All-Pro. It's been a hit-or-miss endeavor with Simmons this season, and his play has taken a significant step back in 2020. Simmons has played out of position a multitude of times this season and has also been late in rotating his assignments over, leading to big plays for teams down the field. Per Pro Football Focus, Simmons has allowed 16 receptions on 20 targets for 169 yards, as well as a league-high 4 touchdowns through the team's 6 games this season. Diving even further, Simmons has allowed a gaudy 120.6 passer rating, as well as 0.7 yards per coverage snap, both ranking within the top 10 highest figures if you narrow down the field to safeties with at least 240 total coverage snaps. Herbert has rarely been fooled by opposing defenses, but there isn't a more complex coverage scheme than the one that the Broncos deploy on a weekly basis. Simmons would do well for the Broncos defense by taking advantage of the seam and boundary shots the Chargers offense likes to take, hopefully coming away with a turnover or 2. With the Chargers bringing in a red-hot quarterback throwing to the likes of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams on the boundary, as well as Hunter Henry over the middle of the field, Simmons is going to have a major bounce-back game this week. The Broncos' season and any chance at getting back into the postseason discussion absolutely depends on it. For Mile High Huddle and Sports Illustrated, I'm Lance Sanderson.